Video games are a lot of things to a lot of people. Games are a great way to get away and relax. They can also help us channel some of that pent-up anger from the frustrations of the daily grind, especially those who work in retail. And one thing that goes with video games like chocolate goes with peanut butter is smoking some Mary Jane. Maybe it's the sweet mellow or just how you lose yourself in the game so easy after you smoke. So just a note here, I am a stoner, so literally every game in my mind is a good stoner game. I know I sound like Jon Stewart from Half Baked.
Did you ever see Son of a Woman?
Yup.
You ever seen Son of a Woman on weed? That's the way to see it, man. It's just whack.
But the truth is, some games just stand out a lot more than others after getting a little high. Tetris Effect Connected is one of the first games I think of when I want to get baked out of my gourd and play some vids. This version is the classic puzzle game from the 80s that we all know and love, plus an astonishing amount of visual and audio effects. Every moment you make with a piece adds to the rhythm of the song, which can really trip with you after a long rip on a bong. Tetris is not very complicated, and that simplicity is what really helps stick the landing for the stoner gamers. A zen-like way to just listen to some chill, weird music, see some brilliant graphics, and let your troubles leave you one completed line at a time. The game can get very difficult towards the end and can be quite challenging to even the best gamers, but the grand majority of this game is about the puzzle solving and the chill. The best part is that this game is a great multiplayer affair. You want to pass around a blunt while competing against fellow bud enthusiasts in your living room? Well, this game is perfect for that. Gamers of all skill levels can enjoy this, so anyone can grab a controller and have fun with this stoner must-have. Tetris Effect Connected, available on PlayStations, Nintendo Switch, Xboxes, and PC. With many selections on here, you could grab any game from the series, but for me, Alan Wake 2 was the culmination of the weird yet amazing gameplay that Remedy has put in their many games over the last 2 decades. Remedy likes to put in weird supernatural storylines, and man, do they know how to get a good jump scare out of you. Like so many Remedy games, Alan Wake 2's story is like some mix of Twilight Zone meets X-Files. During the playthrough of Alan Wake games, you never really know what the hell is actually going on, and the developers have fun with that. Not only do they play with your expectations of what should or shouldn't happen in a story or video game, but they will take any chance they can to inject some tension. Whether it is the eerie off-key music playing right before someone from the darkness attacks, or just the random shadow movement in the background that can't be explained or connected, you will just always feel a bit tense after burning one down and flipping on Alan Wake 2. This game not only plays with your mind, but beneath all the freaky gameplay is a solid layer of world creation and character builds. Night Springs is a beautiful and lifelike, when the darkness isn't taking over. And the voice acting to me is top-notch. The whole cast absolutely nails making their characters come to life, maybe most notably the late, great James McCaffrey in his final work on a Remedy game. Rest in peace, James. You made Max Payne come to life. And in Alan Wake's case, Alex Casey. Alan Wake 2 might not always be the vibe you want all the time when you are geeked out, but sometimes you just want to get that heart going after a good smoke. Alan Wake 2 is a great choice for that. Available on the Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and PC. When I think of a big, detailed, open-world game that lets me get lost inside of it, I think of Insomniac's Spider-Man 2. In every one of their Spider-Man games, they really nail the city and the feel of being a superhero. Spider-Man 2 not only makes an amazing setting, but it honestly feels like you are being thrown into the comic books. The NPC and villains in the game are fully fleshed out and developed well. I don't think I'd ever be playing a video game and take pause and start thinking about the recidivism of Mysterio, but Spider-Man 2 does, and it crushes the characters' backgrounds. After a few joints, you feel like you are one of the Spider-Men. This world is so immersive, and there is always some crime to thwart or some challenge to take on. I haven't even mentioned how your heart stops and my stomach drops when you plunge from one of the tallest skyscrapers in New York. Just like Alan Wake 2, the cast in Spider-Man 2 brings the main characters to life. Najee Jeter and Yuri Lowenthal are incredible voice actors that inject the perfect mix of passion and sarcasm you need in Spider-Man. There is so much to enjoy about this game, and when you are inhaling that sweet chiba, swinging from building to building and beating up bad guys with fluid, fast-paced combat, you very well may feel like you are Spidey. The best part? Pot is legal in New York, so there is no hypocrisy to worry about enjoying the green while stopping crime as Spidey. Frankly, after the events of Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker could use a puff or two himself. Spider-Man 2 is only available on PlayStation 5. Death Stranding is a trip that every gamer should, nay needs to take. It is eccentric, it is meta, it is fourth dimensional thinking, and it is just plain weird sometimes. But that is the beauty of Death Stranding, and when you are baked to all the bejesus, then this game really stands out. The story is just a whole trip that is very hard to explain. I have played through the game multiple times and even spent some time seeing how others interpret the game's content, and I am just as lost now as I was before I started the game. Death Stranding will at the very least make you think, but this game is not all weirdness, and that is why I fully recommend it for the THC enthusiast. In between the out there story, your character's goal is to deliver packages. Yes, you will be walking plenty with your character, but the early critiques that called this game a walking simulator is just a grand oversimplification of the game. It's like calling GTA just a driving simulator. The innovative Hideo Kojima and his crew at Kojima Productions intentionally mess with some of the basic video game tropes, and that's what makes this game not only interesting, but a lot of fun to play when you just finished a joint. Walking is not just move your stick forward. You need to worry about balance, footing, terrain, and of course the contents of your delivery. Oh yeah, and don't forget that weird unborn baby that's strapped to your chest. And just when you think you have a handle on everything, the game throws a bunch of deadly unworldly beings that will cause a nuclear explosion if they kill your character. Just another layer to worry about. And right after you get out of that deadly rain filled with the living impaired, and you feel the safety of that digital sun on Daryl Dixon's face, and it's time to relax and light one up. This game is one of my all-time favorites, and enhancing the experience with an edible or bowl will help you immerse yourself in the crazy, thought-provoking world of Death Stranding. Available on PlayStation, Xboxes, and PC. I definitely can't make a list like this without talking about the GOAT in the room. This game has sold over 190 million copies, and I own 3 of them, one for each PlayStation console the game was ported to. I am of course talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online. Very few games give the player a great experience both on and offline. Most games focus on one of those and usually just throw on the other to make everyone happy, but GTA 5 and GTA Online are equally engrossing to gamers. Light a bowl and play as Franklin, Trevor, and Michael as they work their way through the Los Santos criminal underground. The story weaves all 3 major character storylines very well and actually gives you a good cross-section of people in that lifestyle. A young, hungry rookie, the jaded, I'm too old for this shit veteran who is trying to just survive, and a crazy bastard who just enjoys anarchy. You steal cars, get into firefights, police chases, do some weed deliveries, the basic gangster lifestyle that we know from TV and movies. Or you can create your own character and go online and build your own enterprise. From an MC to a full-blown corrupt corporation, you can be the biggest badass you want. Join or invite friends to join your gang as you steal, rob banks and casinos, and start your own drug enterprise. And don't forget to stop by your weed farm and smoke yourself silly. Or have your character take a hit off the bong in your high-rise penthouse overlooking Los Santos. It is a lot of fun to get baked and just take out a little aggression in a digital world that you create, or just drive some high-end cars while you finish a joint. Whether you are alone or you want to cause some hijinks with your buddies, Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online is an experience best enjoyed with some cannabis. This game is available on the last 3 generations of PlayStation and Xbox and got an upgrade for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. It is also available on PC. A few quick honorable mentions. If we're going with the whole get out some aggression thing, to me there is nothing better than the recent Hitman trilogy, World of Assassination. Sometimes dealing with a bunch of Karens all day takes its toll, and sometimes you need to take that aggression out in the digital world. So smoke a bowl and join Agent 47. And of course, any Souls-like game, period. I have not been a big fan of that genre until recently, and now that I am in it, man, does it wear down your soul. When you get to that part that just absolutely feels impossible. You've tried every tactic you can think of. You even looked online for something for no avail. You just feel like, well, Michael Scott said it best.
I'm gonna kill myself! Wow. I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
When you hit that wall, take a break, smoke a doobie, and come back with a baked mind. You may be astonished what will happen. Or you will just chill out a little bit. Folks, that's just a handful of some of my best stoner games. There are so many out there. I'd like to hear what you enjoy while you're a little baked down in the comments below. Folks, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like more content like this. For even more content, go to twohatsandabeard.com or check out our YouTube page. Until next time, this is the Dove.